The Waves Morphoder is a powerful digital audio processing plugin that resembles a vocoder, but it has some extra features included as well. The vocoder allows us to combine two audio sources using one as a modulator and the other as a carrier. In our example, we will be using a vocal track as the modulator and the internal 8-voice polyphonic synthesizer as the carrier. This will allow the vocal to be affected in a variety of creative ways. Let's check out the controls. Top left in the window are the pull-downs for the modulator and carrier sources. The modulator select choices are left, right, left plus right, and sidechain where available. The carrier select choices are track, left, right, sidechain, and internal. We will set this to internal. Next is the noise generator. Waves uses this to breathe the carrier with an airy sound. This can add to the effect and, when mixed together with the carrier signal, it passes through the filter and is always available. All you need to do is mix it in with the output fader in the master section. The noise is generally a wideband white noise. The filter control gives you choice of high-pass filter, low-pass filter, and a setting for bypassing the filter section. The frequency control specifies the cutoff frequency for the filter. It is the center frequency for bandpass and the frequency at 3 decibels roll-off at the slope of high-pass and low-pass filter settings. Synth Select allows us to pick from one of the 10 available factory preset synths. These are meant to be tweaked and filtered out. By using the carrier fader, the synths can be auditioned by themselves. It's more effective when morphed with the modulator. The tune control allows us to adjust the tuning from 220 to 880 Hz. The default is 440 Hz, with single Hz resolution. The spread control correlates with the number of voices used in the internal synth. A spread setting of 0 plays the stereo carrier notes on top of each other without rotation or pan. As the spread control is increased, the different synth voices are spread out across the stereo field. The EQ contour controls. Morphoder gives us 5 bands of EQ, a low shelf, 3 bell curves, and a high shelf to color the sound. Each band has Waves paragraphic control and is shown visually in the display above. You can grab the handles in the graph to adjust the filter or use the value fields to change the EQ curve. For each band, there is a gain control, boost or cut, frequency control, bandwidth control, and a handy on-off audition button. Morphoder also gives us 4 sound character controls to shape our sound. The pressure control combines the modulator source input gain and compression with auto makeup gain into a single control. Make sure to listen closely when auditioning this effect. The Formant ratio control is used to offset the Morphoder filter up or down the frequency range. When using a speech modulator, a value of 1 equals a natural setting, and increasing this will increase the modulator formant. This can make a male voice female and vice versa. The smoothing control affects the signal in such a way that low settings sound choppy, but retain high intelligibility, and high values sound more ambient, tending to blur the intelligibility factor. The release control is similar to smoothing in that it sets the time that it will take the filter to fade out in the absence of a modulator signal. Normal settings leave gaps in between events, and longer release settings simply hold the last constructed filter. The carrier fader is used mainly to audition the internal synth and sets the mix level to the plugin's output. The modulator adjusts the mix of the modulator to the plugin's output. The noise fader allows adjustment of the noise generator to the plugin's output. And lastly, the morph fader controls the level of the modulated carrier. The keyboard is a 4-octave controller for the internal synth. The sustain button is helpful when auditioning the modulator as it holds the notes selected. Let's apply some of these controls to a vocal track and try to make it speak through the internal synth. As you can see and hear, Morphoder is a very powerful and unique vocoding style effect and can be useful to many musical genres. For more detailed information, make sure to check out the Waves user guides included with your plugin.